Here's our big boy still up here on my shoulder. You okay? He's just chilling, as he always does, I guess. We're waiting to see the exotic vet physician and see what he has to say or recommend when it comes to our big boy here, in hopes that everything else is okay. All right, big boy. All like I was telling her, we're at the doctor's office, guys, and here's the physician, and I don't know if he wants me to get him on camera, but anyway, here he is. Hey, say hi.
Hello. So 237 grams. So, and she was telling me about his daytime temperature is 104. So
around that,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have an under tank heater or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. Because we want to make sure that his nighttime temperature is not getting below, like 75 or so.
Okay, can you write that down for me?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And it's possible. I never thought to take the temperature at night when we turn the lights off and it's time for bed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you use a hot rock or anything like that? Or?
He has a heating rock. Okay. Well, it's not automatically hot. The light shines on it, makes it hot.
Okay.
But I have to put him on it now.
Okay. Yeah.
He won't get up on it by himself.
Yeah.
He'll stay there a little bit, but not much. He stays on the cooler side more than he does the hot side lately.
Well, and I really don't recommend the hot rocks because they can get hot spots in them. And
it's not a rock, though.
Yeah,
it looks like a piece of wood, but it's not really wood.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Okay.
And the other good thing to do is just get a piece of slate, just a piece of rock that's not, it doesn't have a heating element in it.
Okay.
And just put that under his basking area, and that rock will absorb the heat just like it does out in the sun.
So a rock is better.
Yeah, and so that's because they, for their digestion and everything to work best, they really need that belly heat as opposed to just the air being warm.
Okay.
So and that's why I asked about the under tank heater. The good thing about the under tank heaters, that's it's like a little mat that sticks to the bottom, of the tank.
Okay.
Is he in a tank?
Yes.
Okay. And so you can get those under tank heaters, and they just keep the minimum temperature. They warm to a certain temperature, that they don't get so hot that they can burn them like the hot rocks would.
Okay. Okay.
And so that's what I would look at as an under tank heater, and you can get them for different size tanks.
Okay.
With these guys, their environment, what we call the husbandry, is the most important part of keeping them.
Okay.
And we'll see a lot of these guys that are kept at too low a temperature, or whatever, for years, and they can do okay, but they won't thrive.
Okay, and that's what I don't want for him. I want him to thrive.
Yeah, and then I'll see them when they're 3 or 4 years old, and they've developed nutritional issues or stuff like that. Okay. Because they haven't been kept the right way, and then it's up to me to try to fix them. And sometimes
you can't.
We can't at that point.
Okay.
So it's good to see them when they're young like this.
Okay.
And make those corrections and stuff. So like I said, your daytime temperature sounds fine.
Okay.
But I would just make sure that at night that it's not getting below about 75 degrees.
Answer a question. You know that they have a light that they keep on at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a red.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good to have just at night?
You can do what's called a heat emitter, which is like a little ceramic disc that screws into a light socket, and it doesn't go off any light at all. It just gives off heat. But again, you have to be careful, because when you start using those things, especially the ceramic heat emitters and stuff, they get so hot you can't use them with a plastic light socket. You have to use ceramic light sockets.
Answer this. So, what do you recommend?
I like the heat emitters if it's in a safe area, and if you can make sure that nothing's going to brush against it, or curtain's not going to fall on it or something
He's
like that.
He's positioned to where nothing like that is around him.
So I do like the heat emitters. The under tank heaters, like I said, are important also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That might be the easiest, though,
yeah.
the under tank one.
Yeah, and then you know, like I said, daytime. You know, the general daytime temperature should be around 92, 94 degrees.
Okay.
And then with the basking area up to about 105 or so.
Okay.
And then at night, like I said, no lower than 75.
Okay.
And she said that you're soaking him once a week.
Twice.
Twice
At least
a week.
twice
Okay.
a week.
So that's good. I would
But he
continue
hasn't
to
moved
do
his
that.
bowels
He
in
hasn't.
about 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, well, and what I would do if he's not having bowel movements, then I would increase the soaking to daily.
Okay.
And I would maybe make it a little bit warmer.
Okay.
You know, you want it warm like a baby bottle.
Okay.
So just test the water on your wrist like you would for a baby bottle.
Okay.
And so you want it to be a nice warm bath. You know, not hot at all.
Right, but warm.
But more than just lukewarm.
Okay.
And so I would start soaking him, you know, for 10 minutes or so daily until he has a bowel movement.
Okay.
And she was saying that he doesn't really like to eat the vegetables.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like we can't. I can't make you open. Like we
Right.
just can't do that with him. Yeah. So I've tried like the worms, and I can't tell you what they're called because my husband knows better than me. Mm-hmm. But they're recommended for him. So every now and then, as a treat, we'll put that in there so something can move to kind of entice him to possibly eat it. Not. Right. He'll eat carrots sometimes. Mm-hmm. Carrots about the only thing that I can get him. He'll take from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he'll eat that, just a few bites of it or a few small pieces of it. But he just started recently, matter of fact, I don't think it's been a whole week, drinking water. Okay. We'll put it on his beak and it'll drop and he'll lick it.
A lot of times with these guys, you know, because they're from pretty arid areas anyway, you know, where there's not a lot of standing water.
Okay.
So a lot of times with these guys, you won't see them necessarily drinking a lot of water.
Okay.
And you know, they get water from their food. You know, even the crickets and roaches and stuff like that have a certain amount of moisture in them. Right. And so they don't need a whole lot of extra water. Plus, if you're soaking them, reptiles can absorb almost as much water through their skin as mammals can through an IV.
Is that a true statement?
It is true. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, we do research. My husband's on the computer all the time, so I heard that at one point, and then I was kind of leery because I got really scared because somebody had their bearded dragon was sick, and I seen him, and he looks like he was gasping for, like, and we checked on him, of course, you know, to check on him, and it had passed away, and it kind of scared me. My bearded dragon, thank God, doesn't do those things. Right.
Soaking them is a really good way to keep them hydrated, and sometimes we'll do medicated soaks, you know, and stuff, and so they really do absorb. You know, reptiles and amphibians can absorb a lot of fluid through their skin. Okay. You know, much more so than mammals do.
Okay. You know? Where you going, big boy?
But with him, you know, he looks good. I don't feel anything that feels like an impaction or anything in his abdomen. Okay. I don't see any signs of calcium deficiency or metabolic bone disease or anything like that. Okay. There's no sign of rubber jaw. His bones all feel fine, so there's no sign of osteodystrophy or anything like that, which is a calcium issue. Okay. Do you do calcium supplements?
Oh, we do. Well, we always put calcium on his food. Okay. But with him not eating as much, what do we do with that?
We may want to do a liquid calcium supplement that you'll give to him orally.
So how would I give it to him?
I'll show you how.
Okay.
Yeah, the beardies are pretty easy to medicate. Okay.
Shoot, I'm learning more. Thank you so much. Because my husband is his daddy is a worry. He has been so, like, literally, I'm not at peace because my husband worries so much. Yeah. So it's like all night, every night, like, is he okay? And wakes up in the morning and moves him just to make sure. Yeah. And I'm just like, look, like, I don't care what it takes. He has to go to the vet because if you don't rest, I don't rest. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is good.
Reptiles are a whole lot different, obviously, than dogs and cats, and even with beardies, we see some beardies that'll have a bowel movement like clockwork every 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
I've known other clients that have beardies that, they would go 3 or 4 weeks between beatings.
Yeah, because it's been about,
And so, but like I said,
about maybe 3 weeks.
he's not impacted or anything like that.
Does he look healthy?
Yeah, overall he
because
looks
we tried, like we've even did this when he stopped, when his eating habits changed. We figured, let's try to switch it up again. Mm-hmm. Let's go get crickets. I do not like crickets.
Yeah.
Let me just make this statement. I don't like bugs. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, I was allergic to a lot when I was growing up, so I have a thing when it comes to bugs.
Yeah.
But I suck it up with the roaches. Don't like them either. Yeah. But because I love this little guys, what I got to do? My husband handles them fine.
Right.
So we switched it up to kind of see if he would eat those, something different. He ate a few.
Right.
But then he's not, like I said, still not eating as many
right.
as he used to eat, and I don't know what to do.
Well, and it may be, some of that may be too because his growth rate is slowing down some, because
he should be about 9 months. When we got him from MVP. When we got him, we called back because I was like, how old is he? Like, we don't even know.
Right.
And you can only go by what you're told. At that time, he was 5 months. So around the 27th or so, he should be about 9 months. Would it slow down around 9 months?
It will start slowing down.
I heard that.
Yeah.
But I thought he was still too young for it to start slowing down. You know what I mean?
But even though he's still growing, it's like teenagers. Even though they're growing, they're not growing as fast as infants grow.
That's true.
So that's what we're. He's not an adult size by any means, but he's not growing as quickly as he was when he was just 2.
Yeah, because he was shed every 2.
Exactly.
Like clockwork.
Yeah.
He has not shedded in over almost 2 months.
Right. And again, everything looks healthy. I don't see any signs of retained skin or anything like that.
And see, this is where he got his name from.
No.
I see you open your mouth.
He looks real healthy. So I'm going to get some information for you.
Okay.
I would say, let's go ahead and get him on a calcium supplement. I'll see if I have any in stock.
Yeah, can you show me how to give that to him?
Yeah, we'll do all that.
Oh, wonderful.
We'll get some stuff together and I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Hi, big boy. Okay. That was the doctor. That was the report. And I pray to God you guys heard all that. Daddy is going to be glad to hear that you are okay. He's going to be glad to hear that. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is going to be glad to hear that his big boy is okay. Now, guys, the doctor's going to come back with a calcium supplement until Nipsey starts till hopefully his appetite increases. But doctor checked him out. Everything seems in tip-top shape. Right, love? Right, big boy? Everything's where it should be. And he is strong. Yes, you are. He's strong. Yes, you are. Fingertips, look. Guys, see that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, my camera skills are not as good as my husband's, and mine aren't that great, but I'm trying, guys. The doctor's be in here soon, Nips, and he's going to show me how to administer your calcium supplement. Okay. All right, here comes the doctor.
And then there's also something called a rheostat, and it's kind of like a thermostat.
Okay.
That you plug all of his heating supplies into.
Okay.
And then you can set the temperature where you want it to be.
Right.
And then it controls when the lights come on and off and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it makes it a little bit easier.
Right.
And then for his calcium supplement.
Okay. Ooh, show me how I got
this is a oral liquid, and you're going to give him 0.05 mLs once a day.
Okay.
And this...
I'm recording this because Lord knows if I forget.
That's okay. And so on, there's 0.1,
Okay.
and so it's just half of that. So that's literally one drop
Okay.
that we're going to give him once a day.
Okay.
And so you just put the tip of the syringe in the top of the bottle here.
Okay.
And so this bottle will last you for quite a while.
Okay. Okay. Nipsey, just come. Show me what I need to do.
Okay. And then the best way to do this is just kind of go in the back here to pull his lip down.
Okay.
And they usually will open up pretty easily there.
I wish I could feed him like that half the time, I tell you that. Okay.
Okay.
Aww. Aww. You got medicine.
So
What
like
calcium?
I said, just once a day on that.
And I can use this.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Wonderful.
Can keep those. And so like I said, with a young one like him, it usually is just tweaking his habitat and diet and stuff. As far as trying to get him to take vegetables, I really would. I think I've got a recipe for a salad. I'll get that for you also.
Please.
But when you cut the vegetables for these guys, I mean, you really have to chop them pretty finely because they don't want to have to fight really to get it in.
And how small?
I would make them pretty small, like probably, I'd say smaller than 1/4 inch pieces,
Okay.
You just want to make them fine enough for him so that it's not an issue.
Okay.
Because I've seen some of them, they'll struggle to get a piece of something in, and then they'll just get tired and spit it out.
Yeah, because I noticed, like with him, if any little slight anything that interrupts, like, okay, when he would eat, if something startles him, he stops. He won't eat anymore.
Right.
So, like any little weird movement or something that's out of the norm with him, it changes, like he won't eat anymore.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing too is that reptiles, again, they're different than mammals. Reptiles don't have to eat every day. I mean, if you
Please say that on camera.
Yeah, reptiles don't have to eat every day.
Thank you. I'm say that for my husband. Okay.
Yeah. And so if you wanted to just feed him every other day, part of the reason that he doesn't eat so eagerly may be because he's just not that hungry.
And this is weird.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, it was such a big jump in the amount of roaches that he ate.
Right.
Granted, the roaches have grown because my husband's breeding them now.
Right.
But we don't give them that big. Like, it might be maybe like that.
Yeah. And that's a difference too with the bugs, because the immature roaches, they're going to be a lot softer, and the adult roaches, their chitinous exoskeleton has gotten a lot harder, and some lizards don't like that. They don't like them that crunchy.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and you'll see that even with say mealworms. Mealworms when they first emerge are real soft, and then as they get older, they get crunchier.
Now, can a bearded dragon ever have an issue with eating them once they're crunchier?
What you'll see sometimes is that you can get problems with digestion. If there's a whole lot of that chitinous exoskeleton that they're having to digest, then occasionally you will see maybe they'll regurgitate or something like that.
We haven't had that issue, but the bigger one that we fed him, I heard it was real crunchy. Right. And after that big one, I don't think he ate anymore. It was a nice size one.
Yeah, and so he may have just decided, no, I don't like him that size. I don't like him that crunchy.
So do we just keep them?
And so then that's the problem with breeding, because you don't want to waste any of them. But if he prefers the small ones, the small softer ones, then
that's what we should do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, we are on our way home from the vet. Of course, y'all see Nipsey is in his position. Hi, love. He had a dose of calcium, and it was kind of chilly in there, but we're out in the sun, and I know he likes that. But we're on our way home, and I can't video and drive. Daddy's at work, so Mommy had to do the vet thing. Thank God I was able to record everything so Daddy can hear for himself what the doctor had to say. And he's just watching me talk, of course. And which he does often. He'll look at you when you're saying something, and he knows our voice very well. So but we love him, and he's healthy and he's good, and I'm so happy that that's the case. And we will update you guys as he grows and progresses. Right, baby? Right, my big boy? Alright, guys. We love you here at Bedroom Beauties. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Say bye. Say bye, big boy.
To stay up to date with our latest videos, make sure to subscribe to the Bedroom Beauties YouTube channel by clicking our logo now in the bottom right corner of this video. Thank you, you're awesome, and we greatly appreciate you. Blessings from us here at Bedroom Beauties.